We talked last week about the children of Israel returning to the land of Judah, and they were told by Cyrus to return, and he funded their return, and they were busy beginning to rebuild the town and rebuild the temple, the wall around the town, and their neighbors got mad at them and wrote a letter to the king Ahasuerus and said, you know, this city used to have great kings, and they used to have mighty armies, and if they finish building this city, I'm sure they intend to rebel against you, and then you will suffer loss. And so King Ahasuerus sent back and told them to quit building, and we're going to look into this matter, and you quit building. You notice we've changed names of kings. History says that Ahasuerus was Cyrus's brother-in-law and also his cousin, and that Ahasuerus most likely had Cyrus assassinated. So he is now in charge of the entire Medo-Persian Empire. Ahasuerus decides he's going to celebrate that he is now in control of everything. He throws a party. And as our brother John preached a few weeks ago, that party lasted 6 months for all the important people in the kingdom. They were told that they could drink all that they wanted, and not only that, some people who have studied the culture of that time believe that it was the rule that when the king took a drink, everybody else had to take a drink or you were punished. But that rule was suspended during this party. You could drink as much or as little as you wanted to. When the 6-month-long party was done, he threw a party for the entire town of Susa, the capital city, and invited everybody in the city into the palace. They decorated it, they had big feasts, all the wine and everything, and they had a really good time. And in the midst of all of this, he sent out word, you know what? I want my queen, Vashti, to come and show everyone how beautiful she is. There are some scholars that believe the command was actually that she came naked so everyone could really see how beautiful she was. The Bible doesn't say one way or another. It just says that she said no. And the king got really mad, and he said to his advisors, what do we do about this? The advisors said, you know, King, she didn't just wrong you. This isn't just a small marital matter. She wronged everybody, because if she gets away with telling you no, why, our wives are going to tell us no. And all the men in your kingdom are going to be unhappy, and they're going to be dishonored, and weren't very secure in their own marriages, I think. So what we think you should do is we think you should write a decree that Vashti can never, ever, 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 ever see you again, and that all her royal duties and privileges of queen are completely removed, and you need to replace her with a new queen. And King Ahasuerus said, okay, that sounds good. Let's do that. And he wrote out the decree. He signed the decree. And there is now no queen in the kingdom. Just as a brief footnote, there are 2 historical timelines of the kings of Persia. One that's really long, which was written by Herodotus, if I'm pronouncing that right, in the 1st century BC, and then a much shorter one that has been more recently written, and I believe the shorter one is the more accurate. So if my lessons disagree with a timeline that you are reading, that's why, is I'm going with what I believe to be the more accurate, newer timeline that was written. And it says that Ahasuerus immediately followed Cyrus, nefariously, and the story gets interesting from here. Everybody here knows where the story goes next. But we will start that next week. So let's sing our song. Behold, behold, I stand at the door. I stand at the door and knock, knock, knock. If anyone hear my voice, if anyone hear my voice, and will open, open, open the door, I will come in. Behold, behold, I stand at the door and knock, knock, knock. Behold, behold, I stand at the door.